So now you're here in Canada and you have all these documents that you need to submit. How are you gonna do it? So let's talk about it. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me again, Alex, and again we're back with another episode of my international student journey here in Canada. And so for today's video, we will be talking about your submitting of your documents in your NNAS application. This video is part of my series wherein I am trying to explain how to become a registered nurse here in Canada. So if you haven't watched my previous videos, kindly watch them so you can follow along and have a full understanding about the process. To move forward with your NNAS application, you need to submit a set of required documents. Some of these documents will come directly from you, while others must be sent to NNAS by the third parties. These third parties includes your nursing school, your employer, and your licensing authority. Your documents must be submitted in English or French. If any documents are in any other language, you'll need to have them translated at your own cost. As part of your application, you need to submit 2 copies of 2 identity documents to confirm your identity. And do not send original documents. All identity documents that will be submitted to NNAS must be a notarized true copy. It needs to have signed, dated, and stamped by notary. And at least one of the documents of identification must contain your photo and signature. Expired documents will not be accepted. Acceptable forms of photo ID are passport, driver's license, and other forms that is government issued photo ID. And if your name has changed, please send unauthorized copies of documents showing your original and your changed name. This could include birth certificate, legal name change document, marriage certificate, or divorce decree. Now let's talk about document translations. All NNAS documents must be in English or French based on the requirements of the regulatory body you're applying to. Also, copies of your original ID must be notarized as true copies before translations. And last but not least, you are responsible for all the translation cost. I know. So translations can be done in 3 ways. 1, by approved institutions such as your college, your university, or licensing authority. 2nd, by certified translator. 3rd, by NNAS. It comes with a fee which is $85 per page. All translated documents must include 1, the translator's official stamp or identification number, address and telephone, and the date of the translation. 2nd, a statement of the translator that it is an accurate representation of the original documents. 3rd, printed name and signature of the translator. The signature must be original, not a copy or stamp. And your notarized true copies of the original documents must be mailed directly to the NNAS. Now let's talk about the required documents from the third parties. On your dashboard, in your applicant portal, you can download these forms. 1, nursing education form. 2, nursing practice or employment form. 3rd, nursing registration form. All these forms must be printed, and there's part of the form wherein you need to sign. So what happened to me since I started my application and I'm already here in Canada at that time, once I started my application, I downloaded these forms, I printed them, I signed. There's part of the forms wherein you as an applicant, you need to put your name and you need to put your signature. So I did that. And then after, I scanned them and I asked one of my family members back home to print those paper and submit it directly to the school, to my previous employer, and to my nursing licensing authority. But then after that, I instructed them that after they fill up the documents, it has to come directly from school to NNAS from the licensing authorities to NNAS, as well as from my employer to NNAS. So it is still possible to process your papers even if you're already here in Canada. Your application is valid for 12 months or 1 year, so you want to make sure that as early as possible, once you started paying, communicate early with the third parties. So now, after you submit all your documents, all you have to do is wait. I know. Keep checking your NNAS account in case NNAS requires additional information so you can avoid any delays. Once your advisory report is ready, then you can move on to the next step. In the next video, we will be talking about the advisory report. See you there. Bye.